We can mix it into some coffee along the way.
Well, can we? I'm just gonna go by the hello to, charge up on mana because I have a feeling we will need that. And then we can go back to the apartment.
Well, I'm
Graveyard, then
taking
apartment.
taking Benny back to
Yeah.
the old detective office.
Yeah.
You guys can do whatever the fuck you want.
He left his drink.
The homeless guy just wanders to his new home.
Yep.
Wait, can we exchange number for those who? Well, I don't think you have full.
Benny will absolutely do so.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
Just-
I can figure out if there's a phone over there.
Invictus
yours.
needs to buy a phone when there's a new 2 resource stats.
Same as the one on my Facebook.
okay.
So you guys going to your apartment, your office, your new home?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going through the hello that we have first to just
Yeah.
get a bit of mana.
I think we're actually split up into 4 different groups at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to start with
Eh.
Theta and Griff
Okay.
because they're the furthest left on what I see on my screen.
Okay.
So you two are going back to your detective agency.
Well, my detective agency used to be our detective agency before he split off and joined the police force to become an actual detective, whereas I'm just a private investigator.
What a
Yep.
Judas.
I know. I'm a terrible person. I drink to cover up my sorrow, says Benny as he pours in some extra vodka, whatever happened to be in the bottle that Invictus points out, and the coffee he got on the way.
Like I said, the place looks like a rundown brick and mortar. It has one of those brass plates on the outside, back when we could afford it, that says Willis and Knight. The inside looks like the room from, if you imagine the Valiant detective agency from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where it's just like a bunch of desks and dusty old shit and a fold-down bed and a sink in a corner, where all of Benny's stuff that was in the room is just covered in dust, hasn't been touched.
You actually have a client waiting for you.
Oh, hey, sorry to keep you waiting. I didn't think anybody would show up here at 3 a.m. Come on
5
in,
a.m.
come on in.
It's actually 5, but thank you anyway.
Oh, time
Leave the
flies.
door unlocked again.
Well, I mean, it's not like I got anything worth stealing.
So I'd like to hire your services if that's all right.
Oh yeah, sure thing. Come on, take a seat. I point to a seat that's like right across from my desk. Benny would have his own desk like off to the side, facing the same way, but again covered in dust.
He sits down at your desk and what are you two again? What's your paths?
Mine is Mastigos, I'm Warlock, and he's an Acanthus. That is the out of character info.
Yep, thank you. That was out of character, yep. So witch and warlock.
Yep.
Alright. So witch is fate and time, warlock is
Space and mind.
But if there is some supernatural effect, everyone can sense it. But without the right arcanum, they have no idea what it is.
you both sense, some arcane shit going on.
I activate the Naruto Byakugan.
It's not the right. You can't. You don't learn more. There's nothing evident here.
All right.
While
So,
Benny,
Yep.
yeah, same thing.
Okay.
So, what seems to be the trouble that brings you out so early in the morning?
Well, I'm looking for my father. He's
Went out to get a pack of cigarettes, never came back? Oh, tale as old as time.
pretty much. he left to get a pack of cigarettes, never came back. His name, well, I'm assuming you're going to need, at the very least, unless you're far better investigators, was...
I mean, unless you want me to follow you home to find out what your name is by researching what address you live at and who owns the building. Not impossible, you know. I am a private investigator.
Come on. Let the boy speak. He knows what he's talking about. Or, well, he's gonna tell you.
Sorry. Anyway, his name was... fuck. Invictus. Where'd you write down your name? I'm sorry, I forgot. I only know your shadow name because it was not a...
I actually have my name on my sheet, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's under name. I'm really weird about forms that way.
No, it isn't.
You're right, it's not. I'm really weird about forms that way. Alexander Knight.
His name was Alexander Knight.
Well, have I got a thing to tell you? That's my
You
name!
might just know
That's
where he
Yeah.
is.
That's
No,
my name, too.
I'll bury the lead. I know you're my dad.
Well, that's a case solved. Aspiration. That's one of my aspirations, to solve a case, by the way.
I do believe we go by $300 per hour, and if he doesn't finish the hour, it pays for the rest, right?
Well-
that's the old rate. We've gone up a little bit since then.
I didn't know you had a kid already.
All in the inheritance after this is over. That's just...
Wait, what?
You're gonna need to die.
Well, I think we're all going to need to die eventually. We're all mortal beings of this world.
Actually, I'm not.
Oh, you're not. That's interesting. When did I have you?
How
old are you? How does this guy look?
He looks around 24, but he tells you right now I'm about -10.
Oh wow, so I have you 50 years?
About 10 years.
When I'm 50 something.
Yeah,
Got a
it's
physical score. Very nice.
Yeah,
he
not
kinda
bad.
died. Yeah, it's actually. But I need to get back to my wife and kids. And the only way I can do that is by severing your head from your body.
And that's going to send you 30 years into the future?
No, it's more that they give me my time back and I get to see my kids again.
Well, this is weird. And I'm going to recline in my chair a little bit. It's not one of those chairs that should recline, so I'm really putting myself at risk here of just falling off of my chair. And I'm just like, so it's not who for one thing, and wow, that's a horrible image that you used. I hate you now. Well, what if we just froze you in time? So that way we can find out who's done this to you, and we can solve the problem, and that way you're not losing any time away from your family.
That won't really work.
Is it not going to work because you say it's not going to work?
I'm not human, per se.
Well,
I am.
Yeah, you got to be part human.
Well, you see, I'm about 50%.
Well, yeah, I mean, I go to some weird parties, but
Maybe less.
So what's the other half?
You are a witch, right?
Well, I mean, I assume you already know that since you're telling me all this information.
Yeah, no, I'm making sure you're a witch. I forget, all right? I'm not a mage. I don't care about your bullshit.
Well, I get that. You told me you want to kill me. That's not something you tell your dad when you love your dad.
Oh, that makes things more complicated.
Well, half of me is from the primordial dream.
Don't worry about it, Benny. It's my son. He can deal with this shit.
And I got my mother, the one that you were a sperm donor to, basically, and then I got my dark mother. She's, yeah.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to explain that to me a little more. I don't really understand what you're talking about.
have you met a beast before?
Well, apparently
one of
not, but apparently I will, and it will go really well.
Well, actually, no. We are more born from just a random encounter.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not against that.
no, I mean, like, you'll have a normal kid, but then my soul and his soul will become one, and we will become this.
So you're partly not my son then.
Yeah, but I am at the same time. It's real confusing, I know.
No, you just said you merged with my son. So
We became the same entity, more or less.
yeah, but if you're saying you're like 50% not human, then you're also like 50% not my son.
I guess you could look at it that way.
I mean, you could say that same about any child, really.
Sure, but I mean, that would make him like 25% my son and like 75% not my son, if you want to look at it that way.
He's still got some genetic payload in there, I'm sure.
Well, sure, yeah, but I
um,
mean, it's more like he's my grandson when it comes to like genetics.
Benny, of course, is kind of listening to this and trying to gauge how much of this might be total bullshit and how much he might be actually perfectly honest.
You want to roll for that?
Sure. Can I go ahead and roll empathy for questioning?
Yep.
All right, and what's stat? Intelligence.
Yeah.
You want some
Alright.
luck with that?
Now we don't need a spellcast on this. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 success.
One success. Yeah. Everything he's saying is the truth.
All right.
Spenny
Has a wife and
express that?
kid. He's a beast. Whatever the fuck that is. He came from the future.
About 30 years in the future.
Benny, of course, will turn to Invictus and kind of give him one of his, yeah, he's telling the truth nods from back in the detective days.
Yeah, of course. Tell me something. Is my good friend Benny here still alive 30 years from now?
Well, I didn't really know you growing up.
Oh, of course
You-
not. Not if you killed me. So,
Well,
I guess this is to say this all already happened, right?
No, you just kind of left.
Oh, right. Got a pack of cigarettes, even though I don't smoke.
Well, no, it was more like my mom took me away because she thought there was something wrong with me, and there was a cult. I remember a cult, and then I don't remember much.
Oh, so you got kidnapped, and now you're blaming me for having left.
No, it's I'm a little angry. You could have come looking for me because you're apparently a fucking detective, but
Well, I
No,
mean,
no.
you could just let me come and find you now that I know you exist. You said it was like one
Yeah.
night. Maybe I don't even know you were born. Maybe this is the first time we're even meeting each other. Maybe now that I know this, when you're born, I'll know to look for you.
huh? That's a very good point.
Yeah, you've changed the past. And now that I've said that, I can eventually get find a way to freeze you as you are now so that you can just normal travel your way back to the future and live your life with your family in a world that's probably changed so that you'll have a dad that'll be there for you.
Man, I was really banking on eating you, but shit, you make a good point. How about this? 2 weeks. I'll give you 2 weeks to figure all this out. If it's not done by then, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Cause
2 weeks to figure what out, though? Again, we already know that you're going to be born in 10 years. There's nothing I can do about that.
I'm
And
impatient.
also the
He
fact that
wants
if
to
you
go back.
also the fact that if you kill me now and you're not a mage, so you have no real input on the temporal mechanics here, you'll die.
I think he's saying if he does, whatever arrangement he already has will solve all his problems. And kid, I gotta say, for all the people who've come in here to give us death threats in the past, you're kind of the most reasonable one I've seen yet.
Oh no, listen, I'm gonna level with you. I don't like hurting people. I really don't. I gotta
I
do
feel
it.
ya.
You know how vampires gotta feed and werewolves gotta eat, and you guys gotta suck the magic from the earth?
Whoa, wait a second here. Out of character. Are vampires and werewolves common knowledge amongst mages?
They did mention them
Around
previously.
mages, yes.
They are common
Yes.
knowledge amongst beasts at the very least.
Okay,
so-
I'm just clarifying that to know where my character should stand. Why?
You've
You're
probably
in the
heard of them.
Mysterion, right?
You've probably had the indoctrination. The supernatural is real. Get used to it.
No,
Yeah.
you're the Mysterium, right?
Oh yeah, you'd know all
It's
about that.
specific say Mysterium character knows as much as one newbie of this other splat would know.
All right. I
Plus
mean, I'm
he's-
taking the future sun thing on face value because I'm like messing with time left and right. So that's not a surprise to me. But the vampire werewolf thing, I think my character would be like, what? Wait, go back a second. But if I already know that, then never mind.
Well, if you're a diligent mother of the Mysterium, you can know that. I mean, it's murder as a last thing, but Mysterium members are just into knowledge, so they just know shit that
All right.
others don't know.
But yeah, eventually I'm gonna get hungry enough that I might not have a choice.
No, like I said, the time thing, time freezing thing, that would eliminate your hunger as well. You would basically be untouched by the ravages of time.
Yeah, but I've got hungrier since I've been here.
But I'm saying we could solve that in a short amount of time. I could probably figure out how to do that within the 2 weeks that you're giving me. But the problem here
Okay.
is,
Incidentally, right now, you could, out of character, you could cast a spell, the Veil of Moments, which would immediately put a stop to the advance of time on him, and he is mentally active during.
oh, I know, but I don't have that as a rote. I mean, can I cast that without
I
it
don't
being a
either,
rote?
so I mean, but you can cast it for free.
I can cast it without having it as a rote?
Yes,
Yeah,
you can
you
cast
can.
any spell at all. The only difference is if it's ruling or not. If it's ruling, you don't have to pay mana to cast it. If it's not ruling, you have to pay a mana to improv.
Oh, fuck, then let's just get this done then. I thought I had to have it as a rote. That's why I'm talking about it. I was like, yeah, I'll figure out how to get that thing as a rote in like 2 weeks. I can do that. You're like, Victus, you
It's
just do that
time
now.
2. You have 3 time, so you have 2 free reach. Instant cast it, and then advanced duration. And it lasts for probably the next week, I think.
Yeah.
Because its primary is also duration, I believe, right?
Yeah, but I believe his aura would react like instinctively would react
It would go.
against it.
It would go badly.
Why?
That requires
Find out.
that requires
I
getting into
mean,
different metaphysics.
That's fine. I mean, I'm going to cast it anyway. Because that's what I've been talking about this whole time. Unless I'm missing
Yeah.
something, I'm trying to find it in the book
At the
now.
very least, let me read you what exactly it does.
Well, no, I know what you're talking about, because that's exactly the thing I was talking about.
I mean, I don't think Will knows.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Do you, Will?
Yeah, they're gonna. Which part? Why it's gonna go wrong, or the other part?
What it inherently does.
Oh, could
It
you
doesn't do much.
could you just
because-
do that for prosperity's sake, just so I can make sure?
Okay. Wards off the deleterious effects of advancing time on the subject. Spell can't undo effects, but creates a buffer for the subject, and prevents time's endless march. While the spell's active, the subject becomes immune to things that worsen with time. You won't bleed, poisons won't course through your system, disease doesn't progress. New conditions and tilts can't be imposed on you. The downside is that the subject doesn't heal naturally, and you can't heal.
I mean,
and you
unless he is
still-
reach.
He can
There's-
still move and shit. He's still going to have to take the long way around.
No, I already explained that to him.
Right.
He's planning
But-
on doing something later.
Yeah.
You-
The very
you
point
still-
of it is that it might at least pause his hunger for a while.
Or his aging is what I was going for.
No, you can shield yourself from.
But
damage.
it would mean that Invictus here would have to constantly have a spell active and have an extra reach on every spell if he has too many. So
Well-
Unless you spend a point, not a point of willpower, but not just. Yeah,
to
you know
let
what
it
I'm
go
talking
into the ecosystem. So it was.
Say
You know
what?
what I'm talking about with you. You can just lose that's it. Just lose a point of willpower and relinquish the spell safely. It will
Right.
still be active, but it won't count on
Well,
your
I mean, I
active
can always, if this guy just sticks around during normal time, I can just keep casting this on him at regular durations.
Sure, you could. Oh, you can. You can
Like I
still
said,
get
he's
hurt.
here for the long haul. I'll be here to keep him alive. Otherwise,
can
he's not
still-
born.
Yeah, but he can still get hurt or things like that. And
Yeah, but I can increase the reach to allow him to heal naturally as well.
The instant after
Yeah.
he's born, the timeline could go all wacky, and you could just die, and then he.
Then he would get what he wants anyway.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you'll need my. No, maybe not to satiate the horror, but because that shit is always angry.
Again, on this part, I have no idea what you're talking about. I only know about what the spell says itself.
Well, a beast is always angry, so even if you shield it, you will stay kind of hungry, but
Go ahead,
maybe
try it.
not degenerate. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I only know what the spell says. What you guys are talking about, that's over my head.
Ah, no, go for it. Sorry.
Yeah, so
I-
let's.
just try
So
it.
Benny is like, yeah, this sounds like a great idea.
So yeah,
I'm glad you thought of it, Invictus.
well, I mean, I have no problem with Benny being like, you can just do that right now. I'm like, oh yeah, I can. This is why it's good to have you in the office, Benny. You ought to come back here more often.
Benny kind of goes, and I haven't felt you do anything weird today, so. Well, not since we got here, anyway. So it has to go well.
Yeah. Alright, so I cast that then, I guess.
Okay.
Well,
Roll. Well, fuck me.
how many reach did you use?
Let's see. What was the one that you said I specifically needed at the very beginning? Duration.
Instant casting in advanced duration, and
Oh.
with duration as the primary, it should last like a week, I think, on the table.
Well, do I need instant casting?
If you don't want it to take like an hour.
I mean, because I have Gnosis 3, so it would take an hour, I guess.
It will.
Well, I need to add the reach that allows him to heal naturally, too. Otherwise, it's a bum rap.
Yeah,
So-
that might actually cause
will-
paradox in that case, or at
It
least
will
force you to
see.
use your dedicated tool and a chance die gets rolled.
God forbid me casting a spell on my son here from the future causes paradox.
It will stay up a week if you don't take more penalty for advancing the duration. I think you have 3 in time, right?
Yeah. And this is a
Yeah,
2
so
Arcana
A
thing.
week. Yeah, so a week.
That's fine. I'll just refresh it in a week. And if at some point I get better at this, I'll start increasing the duration.
Sure.
So if I increase the duration, do as an instant cast, and then throw in a third reach to heal naturally while in that week, I will do 1 paradox, you said?
2.
2
You only
paradox.
have 1 free reach, right? I know. So
He has
you
2.
said-
It's a time 2 spell, and he has 3 Arcana.
Yeah.
So it's only 1 over. He starts at 1 dice. He subtracts 2. It's at a chance die.
Alright, so...
Universe, roll us that chance die.
Yeah,
I suppose.
1 paradox.
Fuck, dude.
My own hubris is gonna kill me.
Oh god, this changes everything.
Reroll
this is
it.
gonna end
Reroll it.
fabulously.
I told you, my own hubris is gonna kill me.
Oh dear, let's open up
Reroll
that
it.
paradox page.
How angry is the? how
One
angry is
success.
The horror. That's exceptional.
But does that mean the spell doesn't work? Or does the spell go off and paradox?
It will still work, but it may change.
How many reaches did he use?
3.
He used 3 total, but he was 1 over.
Oh, so 1 over? Okay.
Yes.
What page are we on? 115?
Technically, before the paradox dice pool is rolled, the mage must decide whether to contain paradox or to release it.
Oh, wait, my yantra, my dedicated tool gives me -2 paradox. Does that count into this?
No.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
only a-
reduced it to a chance die.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm just asking questions, don't worry.
So, make a quick choice. Would you normally contain or release a paradox?
What's the difference? Explain this to me.
Containing is safer for the rest of the universe. Releasing means you're a bit of an asshole.
I have to say, why would I release? What would the benefit of releasing be?
Because if you
It's-
contain it,
You aren't
might get
personally hurt by it.
Yeah,
It's
you
also an
who
act
get
of
hurt.
hubris.
You know, I think normally I would release, but the fact that Benny is in the room, I think I would contain.
Alright, so you're on your best behavior around me right now.
Well, yeah, I don't want to hurt
Paradox
Benny.
occurs,
Roll your wisdom.
and Abyss taints the spell and potentially the area around it.
Is
Imposes a dice penalty on the spell, subtract 1 dice from that. It doesn't really change much at all here, does it?
You just
Whether or not this makes the spell fail, paradox anomaly occurs.
so you just roll wisdom, nothing else.
Yep.
Apparently, on this
Just-
sheet, you can't just select wisdom and roll it. So I
Nah,
guess.
you can't.
All right, hold on a sec.
Let's see.
Paradox.
Utilizes the number of reach
2,
gained on the
3,
paradox
4, 5,
roll.
6, 7. There we go.
And each point of paradox you contain is 1 bashing damage.
Yeah,
And so
Storyteller can use paradox reach to change the spell or factors of the spell, to create
Yeah.
abyssal taint on the environment, or summon an abyssal entity.
Yeah, but
But he chose
Let's
to
see if
contain it,
there's,
so
let's see if there's still any success on the paradox when he contains it.
wisdom dots is the dice pool.
I don't imagine that I could affect a paradox roll with anything, or could I?
You could if you deliberately invoke paradox, but
No, I mean with example, exceptional luck allows me to affect spellcasting rolls,
No,
but
you
paradox
cannot.
is not itself spellcast. Okay.
No, and you probably couldn't cast a spell in the middle of casting your spell to help you with the paradox.
Oh
situation.
no,
I
but
know.
the fact that I could, the fact that after the fact that we realized what all this does, the fact that I could then send another spell back in time to help me out.
If you're containing it, you roll your wisdom as a dice pool contested by whatever the paradox was.
Which was 1.
And if you
So-
roll more, and each success from your wisdom cancels out a paradox dice, which still deals 1 bashing damage.
Well, I
So
rolled.
congratulations, you contain it within your soul and take a single point of bashing from your slightly hubristic attempt to help your son.
Oh, perfect.
I think that's the end of it, right,
Yep.
guys?
You
Yep,
don't
he
gain any-
just takes 1 bashing.
Okay.
You don't take the paradox condition.
So, what does that look like though when I take a point of bashing damage
Oh.
from paradox?
Oh, and because you absorbed it, it doesn't penalize the spell, I think.
It's on your soul, so there's nothing showing.
Ah, that's a shame. I really would have oh, see, son, I'm taking hurt just to keep you right.
Well,
An
There will
invisible
be
hand
something
slaps
showing
you
up.
across the face.
if there was still any success on the paradox rules, there something might show up, but
Yeah, that's fine. I did it. No problem.
yeah.
Alright, I think we're done.
So yeah, I cast the spell on my boy.
And now we get to see how it goes wrong.
No, it doesn't. He succeeded.
Well, I mean, Will was hinting at it previously, so let's see. Will.
Nothing goes wrong right now.
No,
Cool, okay.
nothing goes wrong. He controls the paradox. The spell
He
is not
kinda-
penalized.
Straightens his,
Also,
overcoat and goes, well, thanks. I'm going to go sink a few ships in the harbor, see if that makes me feel better.
Yeah, maybe don't do that though, because if you do, then things are gonna go bad for the future. Hey, here, hold on a sec, and I'm gonna pull out that card with the bank account number on it. Go
Then he
use
starts writing down a note.
Go use this and buy yourself a couple of video game systems. There are some excellent games here in this time that you might appreciate to get rid of that frustration.
Oh my god!
And he's never seen again.
I have a wonderful idea.
Oh dear.
I'm
That's
going to buy
out
a
of
bunch of
character,
vintage
right?
games. No, he actually says, I'm going to
Oh.
buy a bunch of vintage games. And then save them so they're not vintage anymore. I'll make them mint.
Yeah, and then when we're together, because I was a good dad this time around, we'll be rich.
Yes.
Perfect.
Love you, Dad.
You are my son.
And he just kind of runs out of the building.
You know, I really feel good about how today went, Benny.
Benny is happy and he's giggling. He's like, I'm gonna have to increase the terror alert for the city. Oh.
We both know you
Oh,
don't have that
went pretty
power.
well. You didn't have to do any kind of weird shenanigans or anything this time.
Yeah, my head didn't get ripped off.
Yeah, usually I'm trying to keep an eye on for when like something weird happens around you. I get that tingly feeling, but wow, first try.
Things are
That's
just
like a
getting
new one. I'm gonna have to add that to the score here.
better and better. As an added
And he
character
then
note,
proceeds to down an entire cup of whatever alcohol was here, whatever he brought with him, and coffee.
yeah, as an added character
He's
note,
ready for the day.
might as well take those resources too off of everyone's sheets.
Oh yeah, the coffee's gonna really cut into that.
Fuck you.
No, just one resources.
Well, I gave him the number. I don't have the number anymore.
Oh yeah.
But in 30 years' time, I'm gonna be rich.
God damn it, Invictus.
I'm
you'll
sorry.
get it back.
50 years' time, I'll be rich.
I said that with my Beanie Baby collection too. What?
So, now that your nemesis is taken care of temporarily,
Yeah.
you want to go to somebody else? Is that okay with you guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to end the scene.
Let's just move on from that whole debacle.
Oh
Okay,
dear.
So,
Oh, boy.
next would be Jester and Nubis. You're going to the same place, correct?
Nell, stop talking!
Get out of the jet engine.
Someone save her.
Better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh dude.
Much.
It just keeps unplugging. I'm so sorry. I don't
It's-
know.
Oh God! I thought you were about to be run over by a semi.
I'm still alive. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're just going to Oh Hello, and then Anubis wanted to go to the cemetery for some dark and gloomy reason.
Dark and emo reason, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you go to the hall.
But basically, I don't want to do anything, just take the 2 mana it generated today and just refill my mana.
Okay.
Just that.
I think all that requires is like an oblation and takes like an hour
Yeah.
or something.
Where is your hollow?
That's a good question.
I'll let Jester take that.
What, like the
I was
subway or
going to
something?
say previously abandoned subway entrance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're an abandoned entrance, and the yellow is just a pool of light emanating from the ground, and wildlife grows around it, like magic.
Okay. There's you get there. There's nothing besides you guys and a couple of rats and other animals.
And I have to roll Gnosis Composure.
It's for only you or both of us?
You want to take mana?
Sure.
Did you spend any mana?
I spent one just talking to the ghost that yell about Nam all the time.
Oh, okay.
All right. Then yeah, you have to roll 2, and I guess I will take only 1 mana. And 1 success. That's all I needed.
Everything seems normal, but it does kind of feel like the wells run low.
What?
The well's running low.
It is only up to 2 anyway,
Yeah.
so
I mean, it's gonna regenerate some mana tomorrow, so it's not really.
No, just in a general sense, it feels like the magic
Yeah.
coming from this thing is, still enough to say, cover you, but it's weaker.
Well, shit! I'm gonna cast my first spell then. Yeah. I'm going to cast Sacred. Yeah, Secret Geometry. So.
What does that do?
It lets me sense nodes and ley lines to see if everything is right with our hello. So.
Okay.
Does I have that as a word? I don't remember. Mm, nope. I'm just gonna spend the mana I gained. Uh, and I'm gonna use my one reach to go to instant casting. And that's all. I don't need and yeah, no, one reach to go to advanced duration.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to use Ice Speech and my Path Tool. Oh, almost an exceptional success. Oops, composure. I didn't. Let me redo that. Yeah.
So 3 successes and you didn't
Hmm?
You didn't overreach?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you can see the ley lines and it looks like everything's, should be good, but it looks weaker than previous.
Huh.
Like
Wow.
something's tapping it.
Huh. Can I see which line seems weaker than the rest of them?
Well, that's the weird thing. They all are.
Shit.
What did you find out?
Someone is still stealing our mana.
Hmm?
Someone is stealing our mana. Stealing, sorry. Ew. Rough night.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, that is a problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's my mana. Well, our mana, but
I'll write that down. So just Lecter pulls out a notebook and just writes this down. Someone is stealing our mana.
well,
check later.
something is stepping through the lines of the halo, and it's making it weaker.
Can you track it down?
Well, I mean, there are several of them, and all of them are weak. So I guess I could follow one of them, but it will take quite a bit of time.
Okay. At least that's something we can tell the rest of the group,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess.
something we're gonna need to tell Benny about.
You
Not
can just
gonna-
text him, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and then Jester you're just going to text Benny like, well, someone stealing our mana or Halo is going weaker.
Benny will take a look at that text and send back a frowny face.
Gee,
Oh.
and to that Jester was saying like, gee, thanks, that's helpful.
I thought Benny would be drunk in the stupor right now and just be drunk texting at this point.
You're
Maybe,
never
yeah.
too drunk to be texting, all right? But he'll send in a slightly misspelled text message like, guess we should put up a camera or something.
No, it's in the ley lines.
Are you
nothing
texting
wrong.
this? Not
Yeah,
saying
I'm
it?
texting. No, it's in the ley lines, not the Halo itself.
Maybe check out the ley lines attached to ours. See where they go.
That would take a shit ton of time. But sure, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Lecter's looking at Chester, and, well, Anubis looks at Chester and says, "Can we go to the graveyard now, please?"
Sure, what a romantic date. Let's go.
And you make your way out of the hollow to the
Nearest cemetery.
nearest, nearest
Hey,
cemetery.
It's romantic. I mean, if Jester can look through the
Oh yeah,
beauty
what's
of
more
death.
romantic than the thought of festering corpses?
It's
Mm.
around,
All the
it's
maggots raving in it.
close enough, or it's closer to 6 at this point than
I mean, it's turning me on. You have no idea.
you guys arrive at the cemetery.
It's a cute date.
You see a lot of edgy teens hanging out there.
How many? How
There's
many
actually
edgy
just
teenagers
2
are
goth teens who look like they have had a date there.
just what?
One of them is called Greg.
I
Hello?
don't know their name, but one of them just looks like a Greg.
No, one of them's got broken high heels and is covered in blood. It's a callback.
Let's go back. Anyway, but yeah, besides just the edgy goth teens, you're the only people there.
So, what do you want to do?
Mm. Okay, is there like a big mausoleum in the cemetery?
Yeah, it's the Aldridge family mausoleum.
Ooh, Aldridge. Well, he's just gonna go. Lecter is just gonna go there.
Yes,
He's
they're
going
gonna follow
to.
him.
Are there any ghosts lingering about?
Yeah, there's one.
One. Only one in
One.
the cemetery. Whoa.
Oh
So
no, just in
far.
the mausoleum.
Oh. Alright.
Okay. So, what does this ghost look like?
It appears to be female, roughly 50 years when she was alive.
Mm-hmm. And I guess she looks alone, right?
She looks older.
So, I mean, what Lecter's gonna do is just, I don't know, talk with her for a bit. At least have someone to listen to. That's about it. He just wants to, I guess, be quotation mark a counselor to the ghost in a way.
My son killed me.
What?
John boy. Why'd you do it, John?
What's he's writing it down. Okay. In his notebook. What so her family name is Aldridge. What's her first name?
Marianne. From her tombstone.
Mary Aldridge, okay. You were murdered. All right. Do you know how you were killed?
He drank my blood.
What?
He drank my blood. He drank it all and he killed me.
Oh God.
Why? What's happening?
Yeah, this is, I guess, when Lecter finally shows emotion. He says, "Well, I'm talking to the spirit. Her name is Mary Aldridge. Apparently, she was murdered by her own son,
Shit.
and she was drained of her own blood."
Oh. That's some satanic shit.
Or, I guess it's gonna turn out. Did you get bitten? Were you just drained of blood? Any specifics?
He bit my neck and he ripped it open and he lapped up my blood.
Oh. I'm just imagining the scene. And Lecter turns over to Jester and says, "Yeah, she was bitten."
He had fangs, such horrible fangs.
His son.
And
Her
yeah, fangs as well. She's talking about fangs.
Shit.
Well, I expect to at least comfort somebody, but I didn't expect for a murder victim here.
Hey, you're not
Lecter's gonna
really a comforting type. I mean, no offense, but
well, I do my best to help.
oh,
And so Lecter's gonna look over to the ghost and says, well, I'll look into this.
Oh, that slumlord of a son.
What? I didn't catch that.
He was a slumlord. He stuffed people in rooms and charged exorbitant rates. It was so horrible. I tried to get him to stop. That's when he killed me.
Oh no, not this, John. Oh god.
A slumlord? Okay. Alright. I think I'm able to catch all that. You just see Lecter just nodding. Okay, writing it down in his notebook. Got it. I'm very sorry to hear that, ma'am. I will see what I can do so I can put your spirit to rest. I will bring flowers to you tomorrow. I promise.
Thank you, dearie. Thank you.
Okay. And that's when he turns to Jester and says, "Is there a late night ice cream parlor open? Do you know?"
Early morning at this point.
Yeah, early morning. Feel like ice cream?
Yeah, I always
Okay.
feel like ice cream.
Okay.
You guys would know about the famous Drunken Bill's late night ice cream parlor. You can get ice cream at midnight. You can get ice cream at 5 a.m. You can get ice cream at 5 p.m. We're open all
I
the
have a
time.
fidelity card, so I'm two ice cream away from free one.
Drunken Bill's ice cream parlor. Our name changes sometimes because our owners are alcoholics.
I guess they're gonna go to that
Sounds like
ice
good
cream
friends of
parlor.
Benny's.
Try the
Buy
rum
some
raisin.
for.
It's Benny
Sure.
favorites.
It's mostly rum.
Actually, Lecter doesn't like much alcohol. He would try to find one that doesn't have alcohol in it.
We can eat ice cream, but it's really just frozen alcohol.
Most of it's actually just ice cream, except for the rum raisin, which is just a shot of rum
good.
with some raisins in it.
Good. So he's just to get regular ice cream. He's gonna go for a Rocky Road, and then he's gonna get whatever Jester wants.
Yay!
So
Chocolate vanilla.
And
so after that,
while
they
you're
just go
there,
back to the apartment.
never mind. On your way back
No,
to
go
the
for it.
no, you made it work. On your way back to the apartment,
Hmm.
this was about to be weird, but now it makes sense. Your landlord, well, not your landlord, but the guy who's actually bought up half the apartment building so far, he keeps buying more and more rooms.
Yes.
He wants to own the building himself, but is waiting for you in front of your door.
Lecter
Does he
checks
have a
the time.
name?
His name is Randall Jefferson.
Oh,
Hi, Mr. Jefferson.
One of your colored friends was knocking on all the doors here. Next time they're looking for you, you tell them what room you're in. All right, I don't want some colored folk knocking on my door at 5 a.m. I thought I was getting robbed.
Yeah, they say no.
yes, Mr. Jefferson.
They can use their voodoo sheet to curse you through walls.
No,
I'm serious.
don't make this any worse.
Yeah, so what colored friend?
I
know
didn't get
several
his name.
black
It was
people.
probably Devon or some shit like that. Or sorry, that was a little too southern. Devon or
Okay.
something like that. One of them colored names like DeMarkey or Timothy. Fucking Timothy. Back in my day, we had respect. We also had segregated bathrooms.
Yeah, back in my day, we had slaves. That was much better.
You seem to know it too, boy. I'm glad.
No, I'm just making.
Like
Oh my god.
Lecter
The
is
doctor
going
said I
to.
was dementia.
Can
Who are you
he
again?
hopefully? Lecter's gonna politely ask for the man to leave.
Are you my grandson?
No, I'm not.
Okay. He's gonna go back to his room.
Thank you. We will see you later, Mr. Jefferson.
You know any Devon?
I don't know anyone like that either. And we're also new here. I guess that's when Lecter pulls out the pulls out the room key or apartment key, opens it, and finally gets into the apartment. Doesn't bother changing. He's gonna collapse in his bed because he's really tired.
And you finally make it
Doesn't-
back to bed where you started this adventure.
Yeah. He didn't even bother taking off anything. Like he just, I don't know. He just sleeps with his clothes on, and he's just really tired. I don't know what Jess is gonna do.
Yeah, you guys actually don't know Devon or Timothy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But you got a very strong feeling that that was not that person's name in the slightest, and that this racist old man just probably didn't stop talking long enough for the person to explain their name.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. I know. I'm gonna ask the door.
What?
Ooh.
He's
Yeah,
going to ask
sure.
the spirit of the door.
Yeah, Ledger's passed out at this point, so
Okay.
Chester's doing whatever.
So, what practice should that be? Unveiling, I think, with potency as a primary factor. And it's a 1-dot spell. Gonna use Ice Speech and my wand. So, hoop. I'm gonna reach for instant duration, instant casting, advanced duration, and I think I would you say asking one question per dots of potency is fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take. I think I will be at potency like. What is it? Just let me see. Spell primary factor. How much bonus do I get to the spell primary factor?
Pardon?
How much Oh, never mind. So I get 2 question. No, 3 question. If I don't reach, I'll penalize. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Well, barely made it, but just gonna use the barely sentient spirit of the of the door. Did someone like knocked on your door, on our door while we were away?
Yes.
What did this person look like?
Black.
Was he a mage? Or someone with spiritual capacity?
How many questions do you get again?
3.
Okay.
So that's my last question.
Yes and no.
Shit. So it was someone. Okay. Well, sleep well, though.
Bark.
So the black man with spiritual power came here. Oh,
You hear Lecter snoring at this point.
I don't even know if it's a man.
Yay.
Okay, I'm just gonna write that, and I'm gonna go to bed too.
Okay, and we're gonna go to Nemesis.
Hi, I'm here.
Sorry it took so long.
I mean, we had a half-hour discussion on whether it would be feasible to freeze this guy's kid in time, but okay.
Anyway, you're going to the new place?
Yes. Go see. It has any fucking food.
Are you going by your spot to pick up your non-belongings?
I mean, I don't really have anything to pick up.
Okay.
Everything that I would have is on my person, namely my dog tags. That's
But
really
yeah,
it.
you're going to the new place.
Yes.
It's a actually it's pretty nice. It's an apartment building,
Uh-huh.
and you got room 12.
Rad. I go to room 12.
On your way in, you noticed a homeless man begging for.
Sorry, I don't got any. I mean,
Get a job.
Would you like some change?
I think you need it more than me.
Because I could help you change.
Okay, you're not talking about money anymore, are you?
Am I? No, I'm not.
Okay.
The name's George. George Beauchamp.
Pleasure to meet you, George. I'm Jack.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jack. What brings you to this humble abode?
I live here now.
Oh, good. Goody. He claps. And would you like some change, George? Or Jack? I'm George.
It depends on what kind.
Oh, I can change a vast many things.
I'm going to try to look at this guy. So here's the thing that I can do as a Obermos. I can cast Supernal Veil to see to see if this guy is a mage or sleepwalker or what have you. So that is unveiling. Supernal Vision, unveiling potency. By opening her subject's third eye, I basically can see if a person is a mage, sleepwalker, or sleeper, and it tells me and I can ask questions equal to potency. Since the primary factor is potency, I can increase it by 1, meaning I can ask 2 questions.
Okay.
No. You get to increase it by your Arcana rating -1. Not just.
Yeah, so 1, so I have 2 potency because it starts at 1.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were prime free.
No. And then I'm going to spend a reach to reveal the nature of supernatural beings and effects other than supernal phenomena, meaning I could tell what this guy is either way. So
Okay.
I'm also going to spend a willpower on this because it's practically the end of the night, and once I get a full night's sleep, I can get that back. So that's 7 dice. I get to ask 2 questions if I succeed.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Motherfucker!
Would you like a
Whoa.
dramatic failure?
Yeah, would you like to make a dramatic failure out of that?
No.
Oh, jeez, what does that even do?
Paradox and a beats.
Yeah, how about no?
Okay. Would you like change?
Oh no. Dramatic failure in spell is
Oh,
doesn't
no.
work, gains a condition based on the intended outcome of the spell.
You would get beats.
I'll take that dramatic failure.
Oh, so you get a beat and you get a condition.
Is it
Based
an
on-
arcane beat or just a normal beat?
Normal beats.
No, yeah,
Okay.
normal beat.
Yeah, because it's dramatic failure, that's all.
Okay, so, how about, I guess the shaken condition would possibly work for this.
Ooh.
Mm. Okay.
Or what
You see
condition
things
do you want
man
me
was
to
not
have?
meant to see.
No, that works.
Okay, yeah, great. And meaning, meaning I can choose to fail a roll automatically and get another beat later on if I want. Okay, let me just put that down.
Shaken seems right, doesn't it?
Yeah, considering like I just like can't read this guy apparently. So I am. What do you mean by change?
I can change a vast many things about your life for yourself. Would you like to be a rich man?
What's the
Would you-
price?
Oh, it's very small. It's very small. It's just your you know.
Your soul.
Yes, actually. You know, just what's a soul? I don't just it probably won't really work either. You know, maybe I get your soul. What does that even mean these days? But
I
yes,
mean, it can mean a great many things to a great many people.
your immortal soul is the price for whatever
I-
you wish. Vast riches.
I'm going to have to decline. I'm pretty fine with the way things are, actually.
Well, that's good. Should things ever need to change, you know where to find me. I'm here most nights. Oh, and if you hear screaming coming from room 1, don't check on it.
Okay.
Wow. The Concilium just give you the keys to a demon's building. How nice of them.
I suppose I'm not going to. I would try it again, but that's just kind of doing. I re-roll again, but I'm not going to do that. This is just.
You could reroll and fail. Get the beats for the condition.
I could. Can I? Am I allowed to try to supernal vision this guy again?
I'll give you one more shot at it.
Okay, I'm only going to roll 4 this time.
You want to fail that?
No. So I have 2 successes. It's a potency of 2, so automatically I can tell what the fuck is this guy?
That's your question?
Well, no, like it's automatically tell. The spell reveals the nature of supernatural beings and effects other than supernal phenomena. Meaning, like, I can tell like if he's mage, sleepwalker, sleeper, or something else.
He is definitely something else. The best way to put it would be he's a glitch.
Dun dun dun.
Uh-huh. And it
He's
allows
a
me
hungry glitch.
I suppose it says it lets me ask what is the target's gnosis. I suppose a equivalent question would be was the target's power stat?
Um, let me check a sheet actually, because I forget what it's. I did put it down. Oh, 4.
Okay, so if he's a demon, he's a fairly powerful one. Yeah, sorry, Joe. And that's all the questions I have to ask because the other ones are not entirely like applicable to this. So yeah. No, thank you, George. I might have to take you up on that later, but hopefully not anytime soon.
Have fun with your magic and shit.
All right, so you know I can do that.
Oh, I can see a vast many things about people. I can see that you just read me, and I'd be pissed too if you could do anything about it.
I mean, I obviously can't, considering you didn't bother to smite me or whatever you can do.
I could literally unmake you, Sonny.
I mean, literally is probably a strong word.
You could try. Nothing beats a match with Prime and Spirit. You don't have to.
Just don't step on my feet, and I won't step on your feet.
I mean, if you can't take my soul, obviously, whatever you are, you can't take my soul by force. So, hopefully.
I can't take your soul by force, but I can change the very laws of goddamn reality, son.
I mean, I'm sure if you did that, like me, you probably have something breathing down your back that would not like that very much.
Right. So that's why I'm not stepping on your foot. You're not stepping on my foot.
Reality is a lie anyway. So mainstream.
Great. I'll see you later, I guess.
Yeah,
Just walk the building.
if you hear screaming, don't come knocking.
I can't guarantee that. I really can't. You know I can't. I'm sorry, but I just can't.
I know. And you've met your nemesis.
Wonderful.
Uh,
I go into. What does the apartment look like?
it's kind of Art Deco.
Wonderful.
It's very nice. It's very, organized. It's, comfy. And of course, in the closet, there's a secret door.
Where does it lead to?
Just another room full of magic bullshit.
Such as.
Places for places for grimoires. It just
Like a table full of sand where you can just draw whatever thing you need onto it.
Alright,
A
alright,
summoning
alright.
circle.
just
I'm gonna-
places for magic to be practiced where
Sounds
there's
good.
no windows.
I'm going to lock the door, because goddamn. I know it probably wouldn't stop him, but still.
Uh,
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, that's really all I have.
all right.
Jack's just gonna look in the fridge for any food, get some sleep.
So how about call that game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Take your beats from aspirations.
I'm
I think
pretty
I-
sure I hit all of those.
I think I
I got-
two.
I got I got beat from the success. I got beat from the steadfast thing. I got beat from from getting a consistent living place, and I got a beat from that dramatic failure. Wonderful.
And we got a bit for
Um,
participating, right? Because
Oh yeah, you get one beat from just being in the
yeah,
could I get a beat for promoting community groups by accepting to do this mission? And a beat for criminal investigation for being on the case.
yeah.
All right, I'll take it.
I tried to
sup-
make sure this hit a lot of your guys' aspirations.
I suppose it would be too much to count George as a sparring partner.
No.
Okay.
I mean, if you
I'm not sure you want to.
yeah.
if you look at my bio page, right, on my character sheet, and you see all of those, Will, is there any of them that you think I did not hit? Or at least
Well-
make steps towards?
So-
Yeah.
Can we get a bit for new encounter with the supernatural, an arcane bit? Because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we all
never-
kind of
Yeah,
bet a
you all
few
get one
different
for
things
that.
ourselves, so.
You'd all definitely get at least one.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Ooh.
it's nice.
I'd give everybody one for that.
gonna need a
Except
separate-
for no, wait, you met the supernatural too. I forgot about ghosts.
Ghosts
Yep.
aren't
I mean-
supernatural.
Yes, they are. They're highly demonic.
They aren't us. Well, I think we already met someone who was highly
I was more
demonic.
talking about the abyss-filled.
So,
theater.
one arcane beat each, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that
do we?
separate from regular beats?
Yes, it is.
Oh, seeing something supernatural is an arcane beat. Okay.
Well,
I only
it's
know
a
one-
GM fiat, but when we
Yeah.
when we resolve a mystery or a new supernatural phenomena,
That's
we
fine.
can get arcane.
I've got
beats.
2 obsessions, so I've gotten those arcane beats.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
I did
So we-
something like an arcane beat for every mage roll you figure out.
so our nemesis are a racist grandpa, a beast from the future, and a homeless demon.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
we haven't seen.
Wait,
we haven't
wait,
seen Benny's Nemesis, right? Right?
Yep. You haven't met Benny's nemesis, and you haven't met
Ooh.
one of your 2 nemesis.
Turns out, if
Oh, well.
is the
yeah.
child spawn from me and Benny. One of us
Nice.
isn't what they
Nice.
seem.
An abyssal shy spawn.
But what were you saying now?
Oh,
I have.
just looking at the
You have two
asteroid.
Nemesis? Like. I mean,
Emo,
What?
what are you doing?
No.
do we have
What?
two Nemesis? Did I hear that right?
Yep. You've only met one.
Anyway,
I
what were you
think it is-
saying now?
I'm just checking the aspirations, as in help a stranger and visit a graveyard. I think I did both of those.
You helped the
Yeah.
stranger in the graveyard.
Yep.
I accomplished none of my aspiration.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I was sitting here like 2.5 hours in, I think, and I was like, "Fuck, I really gotta start hitting these beats." And I was like, "You know what? I'm either gonna mention something or go out of my way to make these things happen." And that's why I
You
feel like
guys
I
are
hit
like-
all go.
You guys
Wait.
got like plans or how you're
Is
gonna
there-
get experience. I'm just sitting here going, "This is fun."
Is there
Yeah.
any-
So,
Is there
okay.
any? Okay, wait. Quick question: is there any alcohol in the fridge of the apartment?
Yes, it's actually fully stocked with enough food and alcohol to last Benny a week or a
Does that
night.
does that count as fulfilling my replenish my booze stocks aspiration?
Well, I mean, your cardboard box had no stock, so the fact that you
Yeah,
now
that's
have
why I
a
need-
stock, yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I'm asking. So it does.
Mhm.
yeah.
Great. That's my first.
You went from sleeping
experience.
with a chicken kidney,
pigeon
a
kidney.
pigeon kidney,
A
to
pigeon liver.
actual house.
That was one time.
Yeah, but it's actually
need
the
to
first
get
time though.
So,
I need to get some ice cream based.
So I have an experience now. So that's fun.
there's two things I want to bring up. One is something I like to do. I'm going to go down the list of each of you guys and ask for something you liked and something you didn't like. I will try to have more of something you liked and some less of something you didn't like. Is that okay?
All right.
Okay.
So let's
Yeah.
start with the top of the order, Theta. Could you tell me something you enjoyed and something you didn't enjoy so much?
I enjoyed the entire thing.
Thank you. That's very kind. Is there anything you didn't enjoy so much?
Learning the mechanics of this fucking game.
Yeah, I will admit that's similar to shoving my hand through a cheese grater.
Yeah, it's very
It's
hard.
a fun game.
But yeah, the more we get into it, the more I'm actually using these rules, the easier it'll be. So that's like literally nothing you can change.
All right.
Practice make perfect.
Keeper,
Yes.
will you tell me something you enjoyed and something you didn't enjoy so much?
I like how the kind of just like dynamic that George has, where he's just like, he's a nice guy, but it's very obvious that he is not a good person. Like, he is a demon. Like, we know, like, and what he said to me basically confirmed it, because beasts don't gotta work. Because what was the other possibility?
Demon of Gentry.
Gentry don't gotta worry about anything breathing down their backs. And
He was almost a fae
I mean, if he was a fae, I mean,
or changeling.
but yeah, if he was a changeling, sure. I don't know why a changeling would want a person's soul, but I did like George Bouchamp.
Yeah.
Uh,
Something
I-
you didn't like, and please be honest.
I didn't really have anything that I didn't like. No.
That's very kind. Nell.
Yeah, just call me now. Mine is similar to Theta, that I'm very new. I'm doing my best to understand the mechanics of the game. So it's just me being patient and going through all the, I guess, yeah, the system of the game. And we're all, I guess it's our first session. I like how you put at least some paths here and there. That okay, Lecter has somewhat of a goal. That okay, I'll track this. I guess vampire down. I don't know how he's gonna do it.
Oh yeah, there's
but
so
he
much.
promised.
Sorry,
Oh no, poor John.
shit got weird for John.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually a character.
Yeah, he was my
you
character
didn't
from
know.
Vampire.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be fascinating. So
Yep.
Lecter is gonna try to find John.
And
Maybe.
one thing,
Yeah.
the most railroady thing I felt I did was make you guys meet the Concilium. The only reason I had to do that was because without that,
Yeah, you got to explain what's actually happening in the plot at some point.
yeah,
Yeah.
everything else will be totally like
Mhm.
more open to the latter half of the session was more how the rest of this game will go.
It wasn't very well railroad. It was
Sweet.
okay.
It's the first session. There's gonna be some bumps anyway. So,
And yeah. Again, thank you for your feedback.
Mhm.
Emmerich,
Yeah.
something you liked, something you didn't like.
I like the characters. Like I like when you're doing voices. I, there's nothing I really didn't like, but maybe it's more like I kind of have a request. Like
Learn more about the book?
no, no.
Because I read that motherfucker, but it does not stick.
Yeah, I know. It's like I'm going really to. Well, I'm a spirit mage, so a mage spirit. I don't
More
know,
spirits?
spirit mage. Not more spirits, but like gonna think of some spirit codes. So like, what kind of spirits are on the gauntlets, the size of the gauntlet, or in the town? Because I'm gonna use that shit, so you better be prepared. I'm
Totally fine.
just-
I will
Um,
learn more about the spirits.
I guess I kinda have liked to see more of the Concilium, like who's the Sentinel, who's the Provost, where's the Provost, something like that. But I'm sure it's gonna pop up. So
Oh yeah.
it's
Just
not.
a little heads up. There is a guy named Oppenheimer. Guess what position he holds?
Executor.
Destroys the world.
Yeah, he's the he's the fuck shit up guy.
Oh boy.
But no, there's nothing I really didn't like or anything. I like
Okay.
things.
I
complaints.
enjoyed the group's dynamic. Sorry for cutting you off.
Oh no, sorry.
I enjoyed how you guys worked together. I liked, I liked your characters. I liked how some of your characters knew each other. I love the dynamic between Anubis and Jester and Benny and Invictus. I also liked how Nemesis wasn't. You
Clean.
you didn't feel that you did what your character would do.
I
know
wasn't
what I
just a tag along. I actually acted like I wasn't just a background character.
Right. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Because sometimes it's harder to do that whenever the rest of the group is, together and we're meshed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't like how little I realized about the book, so I'm going to have to read more of that. That's nothing any of you can do. That's just on me. I read the book, I promise. But oh my
Yeah.
God, my brain has the retention rate of a goldfish. And I know goldfish have a longer retention rate than is previously
Yeah.
stated.
It takes a while.
Yeah. And another thing I really loved, and I just, how, like cool you guys were with it. Like how cool you guys were with making your characters and with all, you didn't make overpowered characters and you didn't, metagame. You guys were so cool about it. You know what I mean? And
Yay.
you all showed up. You have no idea
Yay.
how much it means to me that you all showed up. Because I've had games where people don't do that. And
Oh, that's stupid.
I gotta tell you, that kicks me in the ego. Like,
Yeah.
that just ruins, like, if somebody doesn't show up, that demoralizes me. You know what I mean? Like when somebody says, hey, I'll be
Yeah.
at this game, and then game time comes around, they're like, I can't make it. Why? I'm busy. What are you doing? I don't know. I got my dick stuck in a door.
What does that matter?
No, I was using a stupid. Yeah.
That'll be quite,
like-
that'll be
I
quite
got
an
my dick
excuse.
stuck in a door.
Again.
And now that I'm done going on that diatribe of how much I just love you guys, let's go to Griffin. Something you
Hey,
like,
I'm
you
here.
didn't like. And if you say my stupid fucking face.
No,
Sorry,
no,
that was a
I
bad
love your
joke.
stupid fucking face. It's the best part of this.
I wanted to. Sorry.
But yeah, I like the way we all interacted. But like for your stuff. Oh gosh, I just had it in my head. Oh, it's dropping out. Help me. I liked the NPCs a whole lot. I like that they reacted to our positive and negative pushes on them. Like everyone ganging up on poor, overworked Prometheus. Just demanding more and more, like a bunch of children reaching into the candy bag.
And then
think
him
we'll
going.
do it
I
for
also
him.
like that as mages, we just keep bumping into the supernatural. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what's happening; it's just there all the time, everywhere.
Uh.
The world is changed. I like that. On the more negative side of criticism, let's see what do I have. Oh yeah, time management and the mystery. On the time management side, we didn't actually get a whole lot done, did we?
Nah.
I mean,
We
no.
we
It was
did do a
fun.
few things. Oh yeah, it was definitely fun. But like we did the one scene, we talked it out, and then we kind of split our ways a little bit. We have like the day just beginning now.
Yeah.
So
I'll admit that.
I guess it's like after like spending 4 months trying to get through a whole day in 4 hours, I've just like mentally tried adjusting all my mental processes, things like that. As for the mystery, uh, like the scrutiny part is definitely hard to get down, and you kind of have to just like prepare ahead of time of like where it's at, how much is revealed every time, and figure out if people will actually try.
Yeah.
Just being more prepared for that and what kind of answers you want to give. Just don't even bother with like how we're gonna get there. Just like this is the mystery. If they start
Yeah.
making the rolls, this is it.
I'll stand by that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are both definitely good criticisms.
yeah. I think those will both get definitely better with time, though.
And
That's
like,
all.
it's not very criticism, but like, read the others' books. They're really helpful to, just put the setting and like secret of the rune temple, all that shit for like creating Atlantean runes, knowing what's going on with different mages things.
Professor Emmerich's giving you homework again.
It's-
No, that's
no,
he's totally
sorry,
cool.
I don't.
No.
It's-
Don't be sorry.
It's just,
No, you're
I
totally fine, dude.
don't
I
want to be
totally
rude or
agree.
anything.
That was my own criticism, that I didn't know enough about this. You're just agreeing with me.
But there will be an essay due in the morning.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yes, there will
I
be.
expect 500 pages at the least.
Yeah.
Time to just reprint 2 books.
No, but
I'm publishing tomorrow.
oh, and the fact that goddamn Onyx Path follow like fucking hosted us.
I know. They're doing it a second time now. It's
I
amazing.
creamed my goddamn
Ooh.
pants. Not literally.
Oh god.
God, we're
Don't
in polite
make it, don't
company
make it
here.
best.
No, oh god, it
Really?
was just
Almost
like
like-
when I saw it, I was just like, oh, I love
That's
it.
awesome.
It happened at the Changeling game too.
I know. They did it twice. That's so great.
Come on,
Yeah.
I put the art in the vampire game. Why can't they just get that?
Did they?
Oh,
Yeah, they never
Yeah,
host the vampire game.
yeah.
I think that's, to be honest though, I think that's the time frame because they hosted. Well, no, they hosted the Changeling game around basically the same time.
Oh no,
So-
I was just being a dick. I'm sorry. That was just.
No. It's fine. I just find it like, oh,
Oh, but
So I think
love
it's
your-
whoever comes around on the Onyx Path forums or whatever stuff that
Mhm.
hosts the Twitch account clearly just comes around the same time.
So if
That's
we really need
cool.
to go Godzilla threshold, I could pact my soul over to George.
Oh no.
But if we need to do that, we have a lot of problems.
The first one being, wait a second, this guy's taking souls.
Well, the
guess
first thing
mages
being
are
that he would-
confused.
The first thing being that he could just slide right in and no one would even know.
Well,
I could just switch over to playing a demon character.
no, because you will lose your Nimbus, and you couldn't cast Awaken Magic, so
I mean, I like the way demon packing works is you just cease to exist. Like the demon just takes your entire life as a
Yeah,
cover.
but demons doesn't have Gnosis. Gnosis is what makes you magical.
Well, yeah,
So-
but yeah, it wouldn't take my gnosis, sure, but I would just be a disembodied soul. Like I'd be just a disembodied awakened soul without like a body to host me.
That's fine. I mean, with death, we can find you a new body and all of that. Well,
I mean, with
no,
that, I
because
mean-
your soul isn't you, because it's super weird in the next path, in Critical of Darkness.
Oh,
Because you can
Let's
be
just
you as
let's just
another soul.
upgrade that hubris right away, why don't we? Yo,
and I guess Keeper.
Yo.
2 new rumors you guys might like to spread around besides the serial killer one. If you flesh out the, if you want a couple rumors to use.
Mhm.
A couple boats have been sunk in the harbor recently.
Oh boy.
I think I know who might want to get in on that. If you know
I
what
think
I
I
mean,
know
Griffin.
what I want to have in those boats.
It's the
Ooh.
beast's son fulfilling his hunger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they couldn't find the wreckage.
The beast's son?
He's
Well,
the
that's-
Makara.
Oh, that'll
weird.
make people even angrier. Oh
He's-
boy.
He's a
I'll tell
Makara
you.
Ravager.
Yum chat later.
And also, this one is another one you guys might want to shred.
Uh-huh.
The werewolf thing. Hey, werewolves in the city.
werewolf.
Oh boy.
Oh joy.
It's just something, in case you want to slide it in. I'm not asking you to. I'm just telling you it exists.
Oh
here.
yeah. There's gonna be lots of stuff happening in the city. No, everyone doesn't get around to everything.
It's good timing because at the vampire game we just ended an arc,
Oh,
a big one. So the timing is perfect.
I couldn't tune in
I'm
because
sad I missed it.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
It
no.
was
Damn it. It wasn't. It was an emergency, so it's not really anyone's fault.
Yeah.
Another thing about aspirations that I kind of want to let you guys in on
Mhm.
or ask you
Yeah.
guys. I have a bit of an idea. You see, aspirations are usually just things you want your character to do. You want your character to go around this and go around that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about allowing you guys one meta inspiration.
Well,
Oh.
that's what the obsession are. I mean,
No, well,
Yeah, they're
kinda,
what
but-
your character to experience too. Like lose a friend is the example they put in the book. You don't want your character to actually lose a friend. That's an experience that you want to have in the story.
right.
Yeah.
That's in the
Like, if you
aspiration
think-
section.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wanted to remind you guys of that.
oh, meta. Oh.
Just
yeah.
like something you guys want to happen that might not happen in the story otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides just stuff like, oh, I want to solve a case, or I want to meet the Concilium, or
Oh,
I
you're
want
mocking me now?
I like your solve a case.
Yeah. So like, yeah, but you're using it like, but not like, well, fuck you, buddy. That's mine.
No, that's totally
First
fine.
example you gave.
My new
I'm
one is
searching
Or
for
if
my
you want to call
father.
yourself something stupid like Invictus, I don't know.
I'm
I have
searching
no
for my father. You are my father. Well, case solved.
Well,
Literally.
he was trying to be subtle about it.
I mean, literally. To be fair, he put out a case first. We talked about it.
No, I agree with
And
you.
then I
but it's
solved
so
it.
funny.
I mean,
It's
I might
so
not have.
funny.
I might not have said, "Oh, that's me," if not for the fact that, hey, I need to solve a case.
No,
Well-
that's what's super funny.
well, my
I
new, well,
love
my
it.
new aspiration is to figure out what the fuck is going on with George. What's
Yeah,
going on in
George
room
related
one, man?
aspiration. To-
The fuck's with
Hey.
room one, man?
I got one that says put Mary Aldridge's spirit to rest, and I guess Lecter is gonna be a
Don't
vampire
you
hunter
dare,
aside.
or John.
Maybe
Don't
you're
you
gonna have to
dare.
stake a vampire.
Oh.
No.
Lecter is gonna. Oh god, it is gonna be funny.
But
John
hey,
is a precious boy.
John murdered
Doing
his
the
goddamn
nothing well.
mother.
Lecter doesn't know that. Lecter just
Is
knows
this
that
the same
his
George
mom
as
got
your-
murdered by his own son.
John,
really
not
the same-
George.
is this really the same John as your John?
Oh yeah,
He
Oh,
didn't
wow.
mean it. I'm sure of it.
he dated a mage, and that's the last thing he was doing before he disappeared.
Great.
Uh-oh.
I hope you're okay with this, Griffin.
I am-
'cause
Oh no, I
Okay.
find it hilarious.
I have
that's-
plans for this. It's not just gonna,
That's why.
No,
Gotham
that's
is
cool.
so
If you
right.
want to like bring your ex character in, and we're like, all right, we got to put him down.
he went rabid.
No.
That'd be
That's
a
been
new.
true.
That'd be a new enemy for new antagonist for the new arc for the vampire game. We have to find John Aldridge.
He loved, and then his heart was broken, and he turned into a revenant. The
Killed his fucking
He's a
mother.
drogger, or whatever the zero humanity thing is.
Drugger, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
And like,
Ah,
if
it's
Lecter's gonna take care of it. Uh-oh. Somehow.
No.
Gotta figure.
Uh,
Yeah,
I kind of wasn't expecting Demon to show up here. I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of just looked at the books I had and realized I had them all. and then tried to figure out how to put a Prometheus and Changeling in the game and couldn't figure that out. So this is what we
Prometheans
got.
do not play nice with stuff like this. No.
I know.
Yeah, a Promethean walking through is more of an event.
Yeah.
Gotham
Yeah.
has a problem with the supernatural. I'm surprised they didn't have like a special police.
I
force of
mean,
their
like,
own.
once you get up to a certain population density, you're just kind of guaranteed, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
there's,
imagining like Gotham having like a secret police attack force of the supernatural.
I'm sure they have one. I mean,
That's
until-
essentially what the
it's-
summer court
it's like-
is.
I am
Oh.
so close to making a
One
character who calls himself Batman, but he's just a vampire.
Oh god.
If that wasn't just stupid and a joke that I just thought of.
is there a gangrel that have animalism, protein, and can turn
I'm
into
that
He
a
called
man.
Man Bat.
a man bat?
Yeah.
I'm the jokester.
No,
I'm the riddle teller.
Man Bat is already a DC character, might I add.
Exactly.
And then someone comes in and like, I'm the guy with the
Yeah.
baseball bat in a gang.
I'm Ubermensch.
oh my god, man bat. He is a DC character.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not-
told you.
I'm Nocturnal Mammal who flies and sees by echolocation man.
I'm
Snowman.
not copyright man.
I'm
This is so
copyrighted.
stupid.
We already have Gotham. So
I hope you guys realize I'm just pissing around, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Really could go, I mean, we really
I-
could go
I-
pretty far with
I
copyright.
expected.
No, I
Arkham
did have a
Asylum
character who was basically Bane. There, yeah,
to do it.
just a vampire that loves juicing, but his juice is blood.
Tasty.
Lecter the Vampire Hunter, go.
Poison Ivy, the
No.
spirit.
Oh fuck.
Actually, her name would be Poison Sumac for copyright.
Poison Oak.
I'll confess, Poison Ivy was a half inspiration for the Day Queen.
I'm not surprised.
Shocker.
Yeah.
The original story was the players decided they wanted to get rid of Poison Ivy, and well, here's a replacement with the same powers, but maybe a bit nicer.
Oh yeah, the May Queen is still roaming around, right?
Oh,
Yup.
thanks
Yup,
to Adam,
it's
she
been a
is.
couple days. I need to figure out what chaos is going on. Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
What kind of mucking about is she doing with
And
the
I mean-
Circle of the Crone?
Since she is Moon Shadow led, well, right on, this is perfect for Adam. His covenant is falling apart, but he loves it.
I also threw in a reference to that shit. Yeah, there's fucking vampires that think they're magic now.
Oh yeah, I love that.
What?